Hello and thanks for clicking on the video. My name is Brad and this is My Side of the Mountain podcast, and I am doing a series right now on my book called Be a Better Manual, Christian Guide to Becoming a Better Man, Father, and Husband. So this is episode 5 and we are going to talk, I'm going to talk to you about being better organized. I'm going to get into it and then tell stories as opposed to burning up a lot of time like I did on the last video with stories. So the start of this chapter says, a place for everything and everything in its place. Reuther said that. You don't know who Reuther is. Should. Reuther was my grandfather. He's been passed for many, many, many years now, but I heard that phrase a lot. My other grandfather, I'll get into that later, about organization. One of my favorite sayings, this is just the order I put the stuff in the book, but organization, one of my favorite sayings is organization is the key to success. Carl's making noise. When you can't find something, it takes time to find it. Therefore, you don't have time to do the project. Excuse me. I live in a 420 square foot tiny house, and if my stuff wasn't organized, it wouldn't be that great. Where can I put this? Can I do that? See my pretty face more? I'm not saying I pick up right after I'm done with something and clean it and put it away. A lot of times I wait till the end of the day. If I'm doing a project in my shop, there are times it's messy. But when I'm working on, I got a 4x8 workbench out here, and when I'm doing a project, whatever it happens to be, it requires tools. So I get those tools out of my toolbox because I know exactly where they are. There's nothing out there. He's just barking. I know exactly where they are because I put them back, and I bring them out to do that project. And if it's a bigger project that requires a bunch of tools, I just leave them on the bench, because for me to put them back when I'm done with it, or even at the end of the day, because sometimes projects take longer than a day, it'd take time to go get them, so I leave them out. At the end of the day, I sort them, I put away the stuff that I've used and don't need anymore. But a place for everything. Organization is what we're talking about today. Work area, I kind of just covered that one. You have, and you can call work areas whatever you want. You can call them your office or your work environment, your home environment. But clean and organize the space makes you more efficient, thereby giving you more time to do what you want or have to do. Never leave dishes in the sink. This is literally dishes in the sink, but it can apply to anything. When you're done cooking, when you're done eating, clean the dishes. Put them back in the drawer. For one, flies won't come out. It's easier to clean right after the project or right after you eat, as opposed to letting them set for a week, etc. But you can use that for anything in your life. Put dirty clothes in the laundry basket. This literally applies to putting your clothes in the dirty clothes. How many videos have you seen where the wife's walking around picking up her socks after the husband, or clothes after the husband just came in and threw everything? If you do it, then your wife doesn't have to do it, so she has time to do what she wants to or has to, and it just makes it easier. What I like to do is when I used to come home from work, I would take off my work uniform, either hang it up because it wasn't dirty, or put it in the dirty clothes. And then I would put on whatever I was going to do next. So if I was done and I was just going to hang around the house, throw on some sweatpants, a t-shirt, go sit on the couch, do whatever. If I'm going If I got to go play a sport afterwards, I'd put on sport-specific clothes. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but Mr. Rogers would walk in the house, sing his little song. He'd take off his coat, hang it up on a hanger, and put on a sweatshirt, or not a sweatshirt, but a sweater, as he's singing his little song about being in his neighborhood. When he was in those clothes, that's what he was doing. Sort your sock drawer. This is not literally sort your sock drawer, but many top CEOs, the Apple guy, Steve Jobs, was famous for wearing the same thing every day. It wasn't the same clothes because he had a lot of money and could buy 40 of the same shirt, but he dressed the same every day. So he didn't get up and say, well, I think I'm going to wear the blue suit. No, maybe the gray. Maybe the whatever. Or these socks, or these pants, or these shoes, whatever. He didn't spend time doing that. He spent time building the Apple iPhone, building the Apple computer, and just doing stuff productive with his mind as opposed to using that brain power to figure out what he's going to wear. So sort your sock drawer. What does that mean? Go through your closet. I have, it's a decent sized closet. I don't have a lot of the clothes are the same. But if you went into your closet or your dresser and looked at your stuff, you got shirts in there from a vacation from 20 years ago that you're never going to wear again. You have pants you're never going to wear. You have shorts you're never going to wear. You have shoes probably you're never going to wear. Take that decision-making process out of there by donating those clothes. Have a garage sale or whatever you want to do with them. Or put them in a box. Throw them in your attic. Label them. Throw them in your attic. But when you take whatever space you have, either a suitcase or a walk-in closet, or walk-in closet, if you organize it and put everything in its place, take out the stuff you're never going to wear again, let's be honest with yourself, and just eliminate the challenge of what to get dressed every day, or how to get dressed, what to wear every day, that's what I want to say. You're just going to have more time. Clean the kitchen. Same principle there as the closet. Your kitchen, you talk to your wife about this. Don't just go in and throw out her favorite, whisk. But there's stuff in your kitchen that is so far in the back and will never be used again. Never. Oh, well, I might throw a party. We might have family over for Christmas. Well, you got 4 other punch bowls you can use besides the one that's buried. I'm sounding a little, sorry, I'm sounding a little, do as I say. I don't mean it that way. Put the stuff you use in the front. Put the stuff you use in a good location where you don't have to move it to use it. Obviously, your kitchen and your closet and your house everybody's is different, and everybody's needs for a blender is more important or less important to everybody else. Pro tip, I replaced my mismatched silverware with all new uniform set. The minimal cost made a significant difference in organizing my drawers. There's nothing, well, there is. An embarrassing thing for me is having a couple or 2 over back in the day and having four different kinds of silverware, and even in front of one person, nothing matched. The fork didn't match the spoon or the knife, and go through. It's actually it's rewarding for me, but it's actually very rewarding to go on Amazon, sit down with your wife and say, do you like this? I like this. What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. Let's get this one. For $30, you can take all your old silverware, trash it or garage sale it, and have it all there. I'm giggling because it was one of the when I did that, it was so rewarding. And now here at the tiny house, I did it again. I didn't have to ask my wife. I have exactly what I want. Clean your room. So lived in and sold what, 4 houses prior to getting to the tiny house in the very recent past. And when you go to sell a house and you have an inspector come in or a friend come over and say, hey, I live here, I see everything because it is, tell me what you think. And you look at it and they're like, well, that wall, forest green went out, in the 70s, or harvest yellow, or whatever they used to call different colors. But look around your house. Take your wife and just pretend you're selling your house and just go through it and say, car going by, that paint on that wall has been there for 25 years. There's marks all over it. What color should we paint it? I'm not saying yet you need it, but just look at stuff with a fresh eye, like I asked you to do for scheduling and organization. And I'm asking you to do for organization, because you're gonna when we went to sell houses and got to the last one, which really wasn't the last one, but that's another subject for another story. She said, we just got done fixing this house, my house, and selling it, and it looks so good when we sold it. Why don't we go into this house, which happened to be my house, and she moved in? Let's redo everything now so that we can enjoy it. I'm like, okay. Redid the whole thing. Everything. Absolutely everything. There was nothing that remained from my life prior to her. It was nice. But anyway, take a look around your house. Clean your car. So, I used to have a Jeep. Sold it before I came down here. Kind of regret that. But that Jeep looked really cool with mud on it. The interior, I kept clean. There's nothing worse for me personally than getting in my car to go to work or anywhere and have a bunch of garbage on the floor, getting pulled over and not be able to find the registration, boxes of stuff that should have been taken out months ago and put in the garage or thrown away inside of that vehicle. If you take the time to go through the inside, I don't care what the outside of your car looks like, go through the inside of it, sort everything, throw it all away, vacuum it, dust it. You will be so amazed what a little Armor All on the dash will do to make you feel better driving to work the next day. Which is also a good time to do a little maintenance. Check the oil, check the brake fluid, check the washer fluid, check the coolant, look at your tires, etc., etc. It's just a good time to do that. Clean the garage. Your wife would probably like to park in the garage, but she can't because that treadmill is in there, or that Christmas tree, or that boxes of stuff is blocking that from happening. This is a great weekend project to get the kids involved in, get the wife involved in, and just clean it. It's such a refreshing feeling to look at something, take a picture, look at something beforehand, and then when you get done, like, why, excuse me again, why or how did we even live this way? I'm running long again. I am a talker. I apologize. Buy the book. It might be faster to read it than have me explain it. Your home office, do it there. Set aside a spot in your house to put everything. That's official house business. Open your mail. Get your mail, look through it, throw away the junk, put the good stuff that you need to keep in the home office. Read, reply, delete emails. self-explanatory. They'll be there if you delete them. You can still find them, but clean it up. Look at your stuff, read it, reply, get done with it. Smartphone, same thing. Delete pictures. I take 40 pictures and then I keep 3 because the rest of them, I look silly or whatever. When you get a call, give that contact a name. I am terrible with names. I talk about that in the book. I'm working on it, and I'm trying to remember people's names. But anyway, so when I get a text or, from somebody, and I know who it is at the time, I put it in there, change it to Jim Smith, and next time it pops up, I know it's Jim Smith, and then I can reference in my brain what the conversation is about, blah, blah, blah. And I go into the conversation a little more organized. Tidying up. So what I ask you to do in this book is organize everything. Your closet, your kitchen, your house, your garage, your office area, your workshop if you have one. Organize everything. And yes, it will take time. It will take, if you do it right, it may take a lot of time. But once it's organized, you are going to save time by finding stuff, being able to get to stuff and use it in a timely manner that doesn't waste time. Drink every time I say time. Every time I say time. Wow, there's 4. So my challenge for this video is, by tackling these areas, you will set the tone for the rest of your organizational efforts. These are just stuff I suggest getting started on. Organize everything in your life. I get OCD so bad, I'll go through and put all my drill bits in an order and throw away the ones that aren't, and pieces of wood, and etc. But by doing these, it'll inspire you to do others. Start with your car. You can do that by yourself. You don't need anybody saying, don't throw that away. Clean the inside, remove the trash, organize important documents, and perform a quick maintenance check. Garage. This is a family event. Clean out unnecessary items, organize tools and equipment, and create storage solutions that maximize space. Your closet. Get rid of clothes you no longer wear. Organize what remains for easy access, and simplify your wardrobe. Yeah, it went longer than I wanted, but I think they all are. Get used to it. Watch them, don't watch them. It's up to you. I appreciate you watching, though. If you stuck around, if you've watched the other videos, if you're getting something out of this, either inspiration or thinking I'm crazy and OCD, then whatever. But I'd appreciate a like. I'd appreciate a comment. Tell me what you're going to tackle as far as organization in the comments. And I will see you in the next one.